move list for Kratos, where I do empty-handed combinations and I did the axe moves, Superman punches, Sparta kicks. We did a little bit of drop kicking. I had this training dummy that I beat up with the axe. It was kind of funny, you know? I put everything I had into it, you know, and I sent it over to them. Next thing I knew, they called me in to do a day of shooting.
Take two, Mark.
Motion capture plays such an important role because it allows the animators so much more movement to work with. When you capture the right movement, you don't have to pull the camera back into God's eye view anymore. You can bring the camera in. As a gamer, when you're playing a game and you're that close to the main character, you suspend disbelief so much more quickly when the character moves like a human. The body is a series of pulleys. You can't really fake it at a certain point, especially when it's so close to the camera. This is one of the coolest jobs a stuntman could ever ask for. I mean, coming in and playing the God of War himself, you know, and just doing axe moves all day. And yeah, it's exhausting. Sure, it's 8 hours of work, but you know, a stuntman's body is built for this stuff. We really thrive when we're able to do full body moves like this. I would say that this sort of is.
What are we hunting?
You are hunting deer.
So I was running around with a camera and we had to shoot it in one take perfectly. The actors had to deliver their performance perfectly, their dialogue perfectly, move perfectly, hit their marks perfectly. I had to hit my marks perfectly, no errors. That was on one side. Then on the other side was, okay, now we have a single shot camera for our cinematics. How do we get that to blend seamlessly in and out of the actual gameplay? It was a Herculean effort in communication. You had a bunch of technical teams, visual teams, and cinematic teams having to work perfectly together to know exactly who's doing what and when to make sure the player will do exactly the right thing.
This way.
Cut.
North!
They killed them. Working on motion capture set has been really fun. We're in one room the whole time surrounded by cameras. There's no change of sets, there's no hair and makeup, there's no wardrobe.
You have all these dots all over you, and I found it sort of terrifying in a way. But then everything new that I found out as I went along took the fear out of it. It's very liberating and creative, and it engages your imagination in a way that, you know, films don't always and televisions don't always.
It's like acting bare bones, and it really kind of requires you to re-engage and unlock that childlike imagination.
What it all finally boils down to is performance. It's an open, creative river that you can get into and you can create what you want. Life without emotions wouldn't be worth living.
The really beautiful thing that I've had the gift to be able to do is to essentially build a person from the ground up.
It's grueling, it's hard work, but it's gonna be really, really cool. I can't wait to see it and play it.
My name is Kara. I think who Kara is, or how I would describe Kara, depends entirely upon who's playing her, because you have the option to make her multiple different people depending on the choices she makes. She does start out incredibly naive, incredibly innocent, and kind of hapless.
I'm sure we used to be friends before I was reset. Maybe we can be friends again.
She's a person who's characterized, I think, by empathy. She's a person who really, she just comes from her heart.
You'll never leave me, right? Promise you'll never go.
I promise.
Kara, please! Are you okay? Are you hurt? Wait a minute! Leave her alone! Kara, leave her alone!
The really beautiful thing that I've had the gift to be able to do is to essentially build a person from the ground up, because that's what she's doing throughout the game. And with every experience she has and every person she meets, she's building, you know, first emotions and then the sense of judgment. And it's sort of an exploration of what it is to be a human.
Don't worry. Luther and I will be right here.
Connor is analytical. Connor takes things literally. He starts in the beginning place where he's very mechanical. He feels nothing inside, of course, and it's all just a system, a protocol that he is executing to get whatever he wants to happen, which is help humans stop deviants and to find the link between deviant androids.
Just say, I killed him.
Is it the story, and depending on the player's choices, Connor can grow in many different ways. He can deviate from that procedure or not. Moment of truth, Hank. Am I a living being or just a machine?
My name is Marcus. David and the creators have painted a really intriguing and engaging picture of a near future where we rely upon androids for a lot of our service class business, the class that serves us, that helps us, that handles our baristas and our drivers and our housemaids. And what is humanity, where we tap into it, how and why we treat each other the way that we do. And my character Marcus has a really intriguing journey, becoming deviant, realizing that he actually has feelings and human qualities inside of him, and it's a really incredible ascension into becoming fully realized and coming to terms with what you actually deserve better than this in life. And not only do you want it for yourself, but you want it for your peers.
We've come here to demonstrate peacefully and to tell humans that we are also living beings. All we want is to live free.
You know what? This thing, Dad, is not your son. It's a machine.